What up, y'all? It's your boy Spiff, and I'm back again with another video, man. Make sure you like, comment, share, and browse. And if you're new to the channel, you already know what time it is. Subscribe so you'll be notified when these videos come out. So, what we got for today? You can see right there, that AFE box. I gotta clean my air filter, man. And if you know anything about them air filters, if some things get too dirty, eventually it's gonna affect your performance. And being at that tube, just going off, you know what I'm saying, common sense. Sometimes I see like a little dirt film on the, you know what I'm saying, a little flap under there for the throttle body. So I'm assuming maybe that's coming from my air filter being dirty. And it could be what some of that little dirt I see in my, or whatever it is I've been seeing in my oil catch can. And thank God I got an oil catch can and it's catching it. So, you know what I'm saying, if you need looking for a choice on oil catch cans, I got a JLT and it's catching something. Whatever it is, it's not going back in my engine. But that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna clean my air filter, but before I put the tube back on, I got I think it's in my trunk. I got another. I actually found a 180-degree thermostat. So before I put my tube back on, I'm gonna slap that 180-degree thermostat on. And you know, I know different people got different preferences. So if you prefer the 203 thermostat, then I got a video for that too. And after this video, I'm gonna do a video on the 180-degree thermostat, man. So stay tuned for that. So let's get to breaking this bad boy down. All right, so we done been through this 1,000 times already. You already know to take this loose on these Pentastar V6s. This cold air intake, it's only 3 places you gotta I gotta take loose my air intake. I gotta take it loose here, here, and there, and then all that slide back out the way. And right here you can just use a small Phillips or a flat. And what I use is a one of those long 12 millimeters, the long one. Get it on there and turn it. Instead of trying to get some over here and do it like that, you do it a lot faster with this right here. So that's what we about to do right now. All right, now we got it loosened up. Might have to loosen it up a little bit more. Get it off. These things be in there pretty good, man. They be in there pretty doggone good. There you go. Slide out just like that. Side. There. Move the camera around to this side. Sun kind of beaming. Bring the camera around this side so y'all can see. All right. Ain't really no trouble to get that out, man. Really just simple. You just slide right out, really. There you go. Just kind of squeeze the sides together and it'll pull right out. So, as you can see, it's fairly dirty. It's fairly dirty, man. Look at that. What's gonna happen is, being that these are reusable, they're rewashable, which is a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Like the normal ones, you usually gotta go buy another one and put it in there, which they ain't really that expensive to exchange, but it's simple, man. A lot of times, once you see how really simple it is to do yourself, you'll stop paying other folk to do it. I guarantee you, man. I guarantee you. But first thing it say do is find a brush or something and try to brush as much of this dirt off as possible. Then we're gonna take this AFE cleaner right there. Kind of hard to see it in the sunlight. Well, at least it is for me on the camera. This AFE cleaner, it says soak it with this, spray it on there, soak it pretty good, let it sit for about 10 minutes, then come back and use, it said just use regular running water, tap water, no high pressure water. Just let the water regularly run out and rinse it off like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't use high pressure. And for some of y'all hard-headed folk that don't want to do stuff, y'all want to do stuff your way, it said don't use high pressure and use high pressure anyway. Hard-headed folk, they always be trying to figure out, well, what happened? You hard-headed, that's what happened. Don't use high pressure. It said don't use it. And I'm already sure you can imagine why. These right here, these little things right here, they might be a little bit too delicate for all that, man. So don't be hard-headed. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna spray it down, let it soak for 10 minutes, come back, wash it off. Then they gotta do what you call recharge it with the oil. And this is what traps the dirt and all the other stuff uh, that tries to get through your air filter when you're driving and stuff. This is what catches all the dirt. It ain't just the oil filter by itself. You gotta have this oil, this air filter aerosol spray. That's what it say. So you need that for it to be, I'm assuming they help it be waterproof too, because these are waterproof. A lot of people be asking me, well, how do you keep water from getting in there? This is waterproof. This is waterproof. And I'm assuming this don't just help it catch dirt. I'm assuming this help it be waterproof too. I'm assuming. You know what I'm saying? So don't be hard-headed. Follow directions. Don't just spray it off and I'm just throw it back on there. Nah, that ain't how it go. You gotta spray this back on there because that's what's gonna help trap that dirt mostly. So that's gonna be our next move. That's the first thing it say do. Take a little light brush, knock some of the dirt off. And when it comes to a light brush, that's the best I can find. You know what I'm saying? Whole dustpan brush. Knock some of it off. Like into that little free debris that's just hanging in between there. I'm gonna try to get that out of there. But it don't really look like I got much of it in there, a little bit. All right. So what we're gonna do now is we gonna soak it, like it said. All right, so I actually went back and sprayed some more on it, let it sit again, because it was still kind of dingy looking. I sprayed more right there on the spots where it was dark, where it was real dark yet. All right, now you can see it ain't got that. Still got a couple of dark spots, which I don't know if y'all can see up in there, but it's clean down up in there. It ain't got all that film and all that other gunk that was down in between there. All that stuff is gone. And that little dingy film it had on it, it's gone too. Like I said, it still got a couple of dark spots, but it look like that's just something that done got deep down in there. But for the most part, it look a whole lot better. Whole lot better. All right, so I'm about to let this air dry, and it said do not let it sit in the sun and dry. Why? I don't know. Ain't worried about it. It said don't let it sit in the sun, so I'm not gonna let it sit in the sun. It said let it dry naturally, which means let it air dry. And it said you can sit in front of a fan try to speed up the process, try to get this done in a decent time so I can enjoy at least some of this day before this weather go to acting up. But yeah, it look a lot better than it did before. It still got a couple of places on it where I couldn't quite get it all the way clean, but it just means it's been working. So, yep, I'm gonna let this air dry for maybe about an hour or so. All right, so while I'm waiting on it to dry, I'm gonna go on over here and I'm about to get started on this thermostat, man, 180-degree thermostat. So stay tuned for that video. That's actually gonna be the next video. So I'm actually about to start that video now. So I'm gonna catch y'all in just a second. All right, so what I gotta do now is I gotta spray this real good with oil all around. And then after that, I gotta let it sit for like 20 minutes. And it said don't let it sit in sunlight because what'll happen is the sunlight will deteriorate the oil. You have to spray it all over again, man. So don't be hard here. I'm talking about. All right, my bad, y'all. My phone died while I was it was recording. As y'all can see, it's wrapped in a blue haze right now. That's because this oil got a blue haze to it, and it's like that because that way you know you got it on that eve. Which I'm glad they did it like that because I sure can't tell without that little blue haze or paint on it or whatever you want to call it. And the K&N, they got like a red haze to it. And now I know why. So that's how they go. So you can see it's a little darker than what it was before. Just make sure you spray it and get it an even color all the way around. That's how you know it's on there. And we gonna let that sit for 20 minutes. And we gonna come back and put it on. All right, so we got it clean. We got it back coated. Looking pretty good. Now, we're gonna put it back in there. Got to kind of squeeze and fit it back in there. Now it'll bend and flex a little bit. This little out part is rubber, so you ain't gotta really worry about. You can put a little force on it. You ain't really gotta worry about damaging or nothing like that. So you good. So it fit right back in there. Now fit the hose back in. Slap that tool back on. Gotta come back and tighten it up. Slide that right on. We still got the 10mm on from the thermostat, and I haven't finished that video yet. I'm gonna finish that as soon as I get done with this. It's like I'm doing 2 videos at once. But give me a little extension. 12mm. Tighten this bolt back up. All right, that's on tight. You're gonna take your flat head, come back over here. Get your vacuum hose back on tight. Get back on nice and tight. right, then you want to come over here with your 12 millimeter. You want to come over here with your 12 millimeter and tighten these up. Got the air filter back on. As you can see, the housing that's on it. It don't look the same. It look better now. Before I took that thing out, I could see all the dirt. That's why I like this right here. I can see all the dinge and dirt on it from the little housing right here. So that's a good thing about that little see-through housing. I can see when it's dirty. And that thing was good and dirty, boy. So now we got that back together. And that's it for that, man. You take a loose points, take that bolt loose, unscrew that over there, 12 millimeters, 12 millimeter, flat head, and you good, man. Pull it out, dust it off, spray it down, let it soak with that cleaner, rinse it off. If you gotta do it again, I don't see nothing wrong with, you know what I'm saying, cleaning something more than once. I just want to make sure I got that nice and clean, man. And then I sprayed it down with the AFE blue oil stuff, and now I know why they put that color on it, so you can know it when you got it even spray it on there. So that was a good idea about that, man. So that's a wrap for this video, man. I finally got that AFE air filter clean. I've been wanting to do that for a while now, and I'm gonna put a link in the description to my video where I talked about the horsepower gains I actually got from that. So go watch that video, man. I'm gonna put that down in the description. And those who y'all may not know, this is the GT Momentum, the AFE Power GT Momentum cold air intake with the Hellcat scoop to it. And I talked about that in the video. I talked about a couple of other things in the video pertaining to this cold air intake. It's a pretty good cold air intake, man. So I'm gonna put the link to that video in the description. And man, y'all go check that out. So I'm about to wrap this video up, man, and finish doing this 180-degree thermostat. We're gonna finish doing that, check that out, make sure everything good with that, and we're gonna go from there. So until next time, be great, drive fast, and God bless America.